Hey guys, AotC here, and I'm here to do a follow-up review. This has been about 6 months since I ordered this. This is my first UltraSaber. This is my Prophecy V3, and I will tell you it has taken quite a beating. From dropping it in gravel, to dropping it in general, to fighting with it, and everything else in between. Like, this thing has a ton of scratches and scuff marks. Basic battle damage, nothing too serious. The most serious one is on the handle, on the grip section right here. That's as bad as it's gotten. Other than that, this thing is still going. In fact, let me demonstrate. I'd say that is quite a lot that I could say more for about this than my Saberforge Guardian, which has some boot up issues. I don't know what that's about, but you pull the kill key out and sometimes it doesn't do nothing. So that's up for sale right now. So if you get that, just know that you'll have to fiddle with it every once in a while. So yeah, so Supplemental 6-month review, and the only thing I can say about this is I kind of wish that you see this hole also being lit up with the LED. I don't know how they get that done, but I kind of want that to light up as well. And also UltraSabers, they've done a bunch of V3 version. They've done a bunch of V4 hilts actually, of their Initiate, basically cheapo line. And I love the designs of those. That just makes me want to get a double saber in Sentinel Yellow and call it Basilishan's saber. I've loved her saber for a while, but the color wasn't my fancy. But you know, I'm looking to branch out in my sabers, and hopefully I'll be getting a shock later in Violet Amethyst with Bane's Heart Flash and Clash. Will be my first Flash and Clash saber, and just like this, I will probably go through a million sound fonts and combinations to see what it would sound good with. I'm guessing sort of a Grey Jedi sound font, maybe a Sith sound font. I haven't tried this with a Sith, although the closest thing I got to it was Ninja Jesus's Revenge of the Sith with the Anakin hilt sound, which it sounds pretty badass, but it just doesn't fit this, as this is a very Jedi saber. Alright, that said, I'm pretty sure we'd want to go over some of the things that have added to, well, not really added to, but I've changed with this. If I could find them. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, never mind. Okay. So, about a month into it, I lost the original nut. This one is the decorative one. This is your retention screw. So you want to keep using this. This one puts an extra hole in the blade, or it put an extra indentation into the blade, makes it look a little unkempt. So use this one. So yeah. Anyways, I lost this one. I lost the duplicate of this, and I had to get an extra. Luckily, they're very easy to find and replace. They're just simply known as knurled nuts, and they only cost $1 at your local hardware store for the pack of 2. So you get 2 in case you lose both. Or if you lose one, you have an extra just in case you lose it. Alright, so another thing that I recently acquired, and I stupidly said, oh, this is my last purchase with UltraSabers, and I purchased it on credit, but I got a blade plug. And as simple as it is, I don't mind that I could see machining lines in it, and I don't mind that it doesn't fit over the top of it. I like how it goes completely in there, and in fact, I think this is a better, this sort of design with the thing inside of the plug, instead of being windowed like some plugs are. This is a better design than anything else because you're not getting a whole lot of light shined from the source. You're losing about 80% or so, 80% or so of the light coming from the LED. All right, so I think that's definitely a better design. So that's just my opinion. You don't have. That's just my opinion that these simple ones are just the better. I mean, it only cost me what, $4.50, or maybe it was $6.50 because I ordered it as a supplemental plug, which I will say I will repeat myself from the first full-length video that I did of this. Get a blade plug at order time. They will save you a little bit of money, but if you get plugs with all your sabers, you can carry them around on all your on your belts, on your costumes. And if you want to basically demo this saber for somebody, that would be a good idea, instead of shining the high power LED around at everybody. Alright, so let's see what this looks like with a blade. Again, 6 months later. Oh, come on. And I dropped this thing again. Mother bastard. Sorry, guys. Oh, there it is. Sometimes hard to see on my carpet. Alright, so I heard from Emery himself on some of their videos. This is a it's 5/64. So it fits most standard set screws. That, well, as long as they're this type of set screw, then it will work correctly. With this is the third in my actual line of complete Allen wrenches. And oh, 5/64. I was incorrect. 5/64 is what this is. 5/64. And if you need to remove your CoverTech wheel, that takes a 9/64. So if you don't want this on your saber, you want it to be a little more comfortable, 5/64 works just perfect on that. Oh, 9/64. Sorry, I keep saying the wrong thing. Alright, let's get that in there and out of the way, and let's get a blade in. And it would be a good idea every time when you're tightening these to use the long end, because if you use the short end, you turn it too much, and then you'll end up tightening it too much, and your blade gets a little fudged. All right, so here we go. Yep, that's in there good. I've gotten a little better at spinning. I can even do the OB anti-spin. And I'll be honest, this is not my best blade. This is basically my crap blade. This could look a lot better, but the diffuser's gone. Why would I have the diffuser removed out of this, you ask? I think I'm an idiot. Long story short, The glue fell out and actually hit the floor. The tiny amount of glue that they put into this, and for reference, this is the Saber Forge Infinity Edge. They put just a tiny amount of glue versus my current blades. I love the fuck out of these. These are Sabers Z blades, and that is a pretty generous amount of glue. Aside from slipping down a little bit every once in a while, which annoys the crap out of me. Aside from slipping down, it stays in place pretty much all the time. And aside from my UltraSaber blade, when I had a tip on it, this was the brightest. This is probably one of my brighter blades. And when this had wrap in it, that was even brighter still. But again, due to my stupidity, that's no longer the case. So let's get a real blade in here. So yeah, this is basically how Saberforge does their blades. It's the slightly clear kind. It looks like it originally started out as white, but it's the real white blade is this. Or this is a real clear blade. This is the remnants of one of my Z blades that lost its tip, and then in an attempt to use the diffuse wrap for this, I destroyed that stuff. So me and blade film aren't good mixes, but yeah, the only difference is that this Saberforge is 32 inches and this is 33 inches, so it's still good for blade stock if you want to make plugs or anything. Would be a totally good idea. I would probably do that just to save a little bit of money at the purchase line. And yeah, so this is the thick-walled polycarbonate, and this is what I would say milky white. This is clear. And this is the UltraSaber Ultra Edge blade. This is a pure white. This is translucent as well. This is more so than the Saberforge blade, and this has still a generous amount of glue on the end of it here. This diffuser has never slipped down. Oh, and this is a 36 inch. Yeah, this diffuser has never slipped down. It has never come out. And this helps bring the color all the way to the edge of the blade, which is why it's called the Ultra Edge. So in terms of blades, this would be about their mid-grade blade, and this creates the illusion that this is a bright blade with the color on the outside of it. So it's very Star Warsy. And with this rounded bullet tip, they call this the hybrid parabolic, whereas these use TCSS rounded or bullet tip blades, which is essentially what the Infinity Edge uses, the bullet tips. I think that's a big ripoff after I did some shopping and found out, what each different blade is. And I was even actually looking at Vader's Vault blades, and everybody does them differently. But it seems to me that there's no wrong way to make a blade. I mean, there's no right way to make a blade either. I mean, everybody has their own different practices, and I think that's neat. So yeah, let's get this in here. This is my newest Z blade. And it has this tape around here because it's a little wobbly in the hilt. It wobbles slightly, but once you put the tape in there, it fits more snugly. And I just did exactly what I told you not to. So, between my blades currently, this is definitely the best. Aside from a little bit of I think this might be a little bit of crinkling, or maybe this is just how the film came out. But there's these little details in the blade that you can see, but once you turn it on and it's done in video, can't even tell. There's even a decent amount of bloom around the blade, which I like, and the color goes straight through the tip, straight to the tip, and even lights up the tip. So you don't have these weird. Okay, well, it does look a little weird because there's the mirror there, but these are meant for RGB sabers. So these look a little different, and they do have the phallic end here. That's because it's white polycarbonate, but ultimately this still looks pretty good. I don't have complaints with these. I've been using these blades for about a month now, and this at certain angles and certain distances you really can't tell that they do have the little awkward tip there. And of course I customized my settings. These are exactly how I want them. They clash pretty decently against another saber. Yeah, and I'm gonna turn this off. And that's interesting. I've never noticed that before. UltraSabers apparently has the fade off effect. In fact, it happens quicker. Of course, it activates instantly, but when you're turning it off, it looks like it retracts really quickly. Wow, I never noticed that. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so the only light coming in my room right now is from my TV, this is the UltraSabers page. So the bloom is definitely more noticeable in the dark. It even blooms in person, and it even glows beyond the emitter, so it has that glowing everywhere look that a lightsaber should. And in fact, the outer color, I've noticed in some of the movies, actually goes beyond the emitter. So like I remember in Attack of the Clones, Anakin's blue saber went all the way through and down, and created a glow around the emitter, not just coming out of not in the blade. But still, for a one die LED saber, this does the job well. I mean, this looks like a lightsaber still. I mean, this does do the it does look pretty good on camera, because the clear polycarbonate is what's producing most of the blue on the edge of the blade, and the diffuser here does a great job of making that look white. So at distances, this still looks like a pretty good plasma blade. I mean, I don't think I can say anything bad about UltraSabers anymore. I mean, I've had brighter systems, but I don't know, they don't seem to be that different from each other. I mean, the only huge difference that really would be prevalent is if this was a strip going completely up the blade. Yeah. Like I said, that's the only thing. And these Z blades, these are pretty durable. I wouldn't be afraid to hit anything like another lightsaber with these. As a few of my dueling videos showed a while back, I only posted those Facebook exclusives. these sabers are really, these blades are really durable. Just don't use anything heavier versus these, because then your tips will fly off because of the difference in diameter. Okay, well, I guess that didn't really look like it faded off, but let's try again. What do you know? It actually did. So, that's interesting. Alright, well, this is my follow-up of my UltraSabers Prophecy V3. And, like I said earlier, this blade is equivalent or equal to UltraSabers mid-grade blade, because it's clear polycarbonate with the wrap inside of it. And it's also akin to Vader's Vault similar blades, TCSS blades, just clear polycarbonate with wrap in it. Everybody does it differently to create different effects, but yeah, this does the white core with the color around it, and it does bloom a little, even in light. This is 1, 2, 3 fluorescent bulbs, and it's still lighting me up more than my actual lighting in my room. So whoever says that these are underpowered, I know I actually did in my Guardian review from Saberforge. These aren't really short of brightness. In fact, if you do get brighter solutions, then that just means that it's just more head turning. But I literally don't have any issues with how these look anymore. I'm completely happy with this still. In fact, I would love to see other colors in UltraSabers. I would love to see what the purple looks like. I'd like to see Sentinel Yellow. I'd like to see Anakin Silver, and try out color filters. I'd like to try out their red. I have not had any red sabers yet, and I think I'll change that soon, so I can have a friend come over and fight me Jedi versus Sith. Or if I'm going to events with somebody, I have someone who could oppose me. And here we are. Supplemental review. UltraSabers Prophecy V3. Still going strong. This has not failed me yet, except for times when I run out of batteries, but I think I got that covered in the battery department. I have about 3 more in here, plus 2 in the Saber, plus 2 charging, so I got 7. And with the shock LE that I'm getting, I'm pretty sure that that will come with 2 more, and then I'll play with the sounds on that, and then I'll have 9. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching, and sorry this turned out so long. I just wanted to have a pretty decent review. I know most Saber videos don't go over like maybe 10 minutes or so, but I'm a talker, as you've seen in my previous videos. Alright, well, thank you very much for watching, and if you stayed till the end, thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, feel free to do so, because I will have more Saber stuff coming up in the next few months after I get a shock from UltraSabers, and then I'll have a Guardian eventually, their Guardian, not Saberforge, which I tried already, yeah, I'll see what UltraSabers will impress me with this time. In fact, I've been talking about a Bastila Shan lightsaber, and I think I have an idea of how to do that without going to somebody and commissioning it from a machinist, saying, okay, I want this. I have thought of it, and it would be a good idea to probably do an Old Republic Jedi, or the Old Republic by Ninja Jesus, with either the Phantasm Initiate Saber Staff with sound, the regular Phantasm with sound, depending on how long you want your staff, or even the Catalyst, because it has those 2 squared off holes in the emitter. That I've seen artwork of Bastila's lightsaber, and those look perfect. But if you want to make it similar but not perfect, do the saber staffs they already have. Otherwise, try 2 catalysts. I think either idea is good, and definitely make sure to get Sentinel Yellow, Flash on Clash if you want to. And also, I wanted to say this: these guarded switches, these are really good, even though they're slightly raised up. I don't think I can accidentally activate it or turn it off in a duel unless you have your finger on the button. A way you could avoid doing that is if you're on this, have your grip placement here, so that you are very well away from the button. The only way you'd have to turn it off is if you either transition grips to single-handed. Again, that would mean that your thumb and grip is well away from here, or that you are using this sort of grip with your hand, with your cover tech covered up by your hand. Although that's a little awkward, and the cover tech wheel does bite into my hand. I prefer to have it rotated 90 degrees and the cover tech wheel facing me with this kind of grip, and the whole saber is offset to me by about 45 degrees. That's the perfect grip. And alright, I'll go ahead and end this. I think I'm talking too much. Alright, thanks for watching. If you've seen if you found your way to the end of this video, I thank you for it. And your patience is definitely valued here with my reviews, and I think that's about it. I can't say anything else. But if you have any doubts, just don't doubt UltraSabers, because I don't know what Emery is doing. I don't know what kind of a person he is. All I just know is that every time I've asked a question to them, they've always been swift and responsive, and have even pointed me to where I can get the forum colors, which are the ones that you don't see normally, that people have been ordering. That's less than what I could say about Philip Isherwood, which I stated in my previous video. I don't need to rehash that. If you want to know what happened there, I'll gladly fill you in with the details, but not now. That will be another video. But yeah. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking with me. Have a good night, and happy sabering.